Okay guys, I have gone through a lot of the project proposals. I've given a lot of zeros, which is fine. It's totally normal because it's your initial proposal, and I'm not going to give you a 10 until I've decided that it's okay for you to put on and to go on and do your project, okay? So that's why you're getting zeros. It doesn't mean that you can't do the project, and it doesn't mean that you can't resubmit your proposal. It's just the first step before you need to start the project, okay? So you can't start your project until you get a 10 from me. So if you are seeing a 0 in the gradebook, you need to go back and you need to read my comments and you need to resubmit. Now you can see that I have the guidelines and the requirements, okay? So we're just going to go over these because I'm answering a lot of the same questions, okay? Make sure it is one that you are doing where you're doing something that is environmentally friendly, okay? You can't just research and do and take some data from elsewhere. You have to actually be collecting the data and doing the research, okay? That's the first part. Now, the next thing that you need to pay attention to are these requirements, okay? It has to be some way, it has to be green, so it has to be beneficial to the planet. You have to be able to do it alone, or if willing, others may contribute. So don't go around taking things or measuring other folks' garbage without their permission. And then you must submit the project proposal. Here's where we're having problems, okay? The proposal is going to allow you and me to fully understand what you are doing. If I read your proposal and I don't fully know what you're doing, then you're not going to get a 10, okay? It is imperative that you have it well planned. If you have a well planned project, the next 8 weeks are going to be that much easier. If you don't have a well planned project, then the next 8 weeks are not going to be that easy. Okay? So by doing this and submitting the proposal, you're getting feedback from me. We're going to make some modifications. So I maybe had 5 total out of my two sections that got a 10 right off the bat. Okay? So don't be alarmed if you have to make modifications. That's just part of the process. Now, here's the part that you need to pay attention to, okay? Right here. There are 3 parts that must be included, okay? Number 1, a detailed explanation of the project and what you will investigate and how you will measure your results. That means how you are going to collect data to show your results. This needs to be specific as possible. Turning in a 4-sentence proposal is not detailed and it is not specific. So if you did that, you need to go back and you need to fix it right now. Okay? I'm just gonna leave it there. If it is like a 4 or 5-sentence proposal, that's not good enough. Okay? Number 2, a lot of people are leaving this out. What type of research you will use to assist you with your investigation. This can be previously published data or visiting a location. Okay, that's the stuff that you must include in your proposal. And then number 3 is a projected breakdown of what you'll be doing during each of the 8 weeks. I want to see week 1. I am going to recycle everything that I can. I'm going to put all of my plastics in a blue container. I am going to put all of my glass in a red container. I'm going to put all my paper in this container. Or if you're composting, I'm going to have my compost bin in my kitchen and I'm going to put all my food scraps there. And then on the last day of the week, I'm going to put it all into my compost pile. I'm going to weigh it. Whatever you're going to do, you need to tell me what you're doing and you need to tell me what you are collecting that week data-wise. Okay? So I want to see a breakdown. Week 1, here's what I'm doing. Week 2, here's what I'm doing. Week 3, here's what I'm doing. Week 4, here's what I'm doing. It might seem extremely redundant, but come week 5, I'm going to know exactly what you should be doing and I should be able to email you and say, did you collect X, 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 and X? And did you weigh it? What did you get? Tell me all you should be able to give me all of that information on week 5 if I email you about it. Okay? I hope that this makes sense. Okay? Now, once I have looked at the proposal, I will approve it or ask you for additional information. Make sure you are checking the gradebook for any comments that are made on the proposal. Okay? If I do not approve your project, you will automatically receive a 0 for the project. So if you just go and do your project and I never gave you the 10 means you were approved, then you didn't get the go-ahead and I'm going to give you a 0 for the entire project. So don't just go and do your project. Get it approved by me. That's the first part. Okay? You have to do that. Now, this is right under Semester Project Go Green module. Okay? Scroll down and you'll see the guidelines and the requirements. Okay? And you can even download the document if you want. And then it goes on to tell you what else you need to be doing. You must have 8 weeks worth of data collection. Okay? You must include either photos or video. Now, some of you are putting in your proposals that you're going to take pictures for your data. Taking pictures isn't a form of data. Taking pictures is a way to document what you're doing, but it is not data. So data needs to be something like counting or weighing or calculating something. That counts as data. Okay? The next part. Your project, oh, photos or video. Okay, we already did that. Keep your video link small. And then your final project submission. I'm not even going to go into that right now. We're going to worry about your proposal first. Okay, maybe we'll talk about the final submission later. Okay? Now, this is also why I told you not to wait until the last minute to turn your proposal in, because I knew I was going to have to modify it. But you guys need to be checking, and I'll be checking as often as I can to regrade your proposals. Okay, so get them in. If it's not more than 5 sentences, make a new proposal, because that is not good enough. Go back to here to these 3 requirements, and you should have essentially 3 paragraphs. Okay, that's what you need to do. I hope that I've cleared up a few things, because I'm getting a lot of emails where you guys don't seem to have gone back and looked at the requirements. So I hope this helps.